bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in the one-horse open sleigh. Obey your acquaintance, be forgot, blah, 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 blah. That's right, guys. Happy past Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming up this evening. This is Capu Crazy Carl. Make sure if you watch me on anything, the Twitters, the Twitches, the Instagrams, whatever, man, like, share, subscribe, sub. I'm a follow back guy if you're a real person. Whatever social media you see me on, like, share, subscribe. Let's get our numbers up. I'm with you to get you up. Hit your hearts, hit your likes, man. You don't even gotta watch my stuff. Just scroll by, hit like, and go. Scroll by my page, hit sub, like, and just go. Just never even talk to me again, please. Just that's all we gotta do for each other, and we can make each other rise. So like, share, subscribe. I hope you have a happy holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, winter solstice, and a happiest of New Year's. Love yourself, love your family, create and build. We out here, Capu Crazy Carl. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? So you know how these chickens do, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got them, mad daddy, they call me the sweet daddy, you know how I go right there. Oh, hold up, homie. Now over there. So that's what he's seeing, right? Which is me. So then I go, ooh, I'll be back, homie. I'm, hey girl, what's your name? This, that, and the third, you know what I mean? My name's Carl, wooty whoop, bumpty bump, that's some nice clothes you got. I let them boots you got on. What's your name? Oh, word? Man, we should hang out tonight. You ain't doing nothing, go get something to eat, maybe do some Netflix and chill and see how things work out, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to build something with you, right? So we go, I said, you know what, okay, fine, I'm gonna go out with you. I don't trust you because you look like you ain't nothing but a trifling man, but I think I love you. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a shot. You got potential like a man. And then, so we go out, we date, next thing you know. And this is how most relationships begin once we commence. People bent over. There's sex all over the place. We having sex 5 times a day, 10 times a day, 12 times a day. You have full weekends of sex. Morning, noon, night, sex all night. 1, 2, 3 hour spats. Whatever it takes. Back to back. 10 minutes in between. Drink some orange juice. Get it back up. Drink some more orange juice. Eat a banana. Do whatever you gotta do. We're smashing each other to death. Now, of course, that skit was as terrible as always because I'm not rich enough to have actors and good editors yet. But welcome, guys, to episode number 13 of Capu Crazy Carl. God is why men cheat. The why, the how, and the what to do to deal with that situation. Now, of course, the title's pretty hard. It's like, why am I just being hard on guys or defending guys saying God is why men cheat, so defend us, right? That's not true. I just like that title because men are the people with the worst reputation for such scenarios, correct? Well, it's actually God makes all humans cheat at the end. And I'm explaining to you the why, the how, and the what to do. And that's a new part series I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start calling this series the why, how, and what series, where I break down an issue. I'm gonna tell you why it exists, how it is supported and maintained in a way that explains it, and then I'm gonna tell you what to do to deal with it, because you're a human. You might be a mammal, but you're the best mammal. Let's see how smart you are. Okay? So, this is Capu Crazy Carl, episode 13. This is my intro premise, and we're into the game. God makes men cheat. Why, how, and what to do. Let's get it in. By the way, happy holidays, everybody. I hope everything has been great. We're about to get into the new year, and this is my New Year's Eve video. I took a little break and vacation also, so sorry about that, but I'm back in the game. Daily videos for the next year, hammering out more topics, more TED Talks that seem like I may have smoked a little of the ganja beforehand. and whatnot. But don't you worry about that. And let's get into this one right here. Capu Crazy Carl. I hope you like my festive outfit. I'm going to go out and party tonight and try not to get arrested. And I hope you guys have a great new year, 2023. And be positive. Build something. Don't just be busy. Build. Capu Crazy Carl, episode 13. Let's go, baby. With mini bun, for with grana with mini bun, for with grana with mini bun, for what grana with mini bun, bow with grana with mini bun, bow with grana with mini bun. I am ready to accept questions from all who ask about the meaning of life. Oh man, yo, what's up? You was like the Grand Haji, right? Like you the great Hindu, like of all things. You like know all questions of life, right? Yo, son, I'm glad I got first in line. I got here late, but you know, I slipped the ball out front of 20, you know what I'm saying? He like, we in, you know what I'm saying? So I can ask you a question, Ganji Guru, like meaning the life ball, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how come, like, I know I like want to, like, people want me to work and, like, build, but, you know, like, a brother like slinging, right? And I got this problem, like, I, like, procreate with mad women. Like, I got, like, 400 kids, you know what I'm saying? And I got this thing, I hate condoms, Grand Haji. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what it is. I be trying to love them. And I love every last one of these shorties, yo. You know what I'm saying? I got a question, though, son. Son, yo, why can't I just love one shorty, yo? Because, you know, I'm all about the love. But I got to spread my seed because I'm one of the gods, yo. You know, because the woman is queen. So, yo, Grand Haji, can you answer? My son, so the question you seek is why? Why is because the purpose of life is not to attain said good. The purpose of life is to be fruitful and multiply. All right, so this first segment is called The Why. And I want you guys to understand, I'm gonna do some editing in this video for sure. But this segment is called The Why. And this is segment number 1 of the God Make Men Cheat and other people too, not just men, women and men too. But God is the reason why we do it. And I'm gonna tell you the first part, why. So people say, why would God make humans unfaithful to each other? Because we have deemed ourselves to be a monotheistic people. You know, everybody's like, oh, get married, get a child, have one girl, one wife. Why you cheating on your girl? You know what I mean? It ain't like Africa or everywhere else where they got all this polytheistic. No, here, according to God, I don't know how everybody else got it wrong in Africa and all throughout the 400,000 years of human history. But 2,000 years ago, we figured out that God said you can only have one person. So why is God the reason why men cheat? Well, let's talk about it. So I don't know if you guys know anything about human history. We've only been farming and sitting in one place as human beings for about 2,000 to 4,000 years. Farming came around about 6,000 BC, maybe a little bit after that, right? So when we actually started planting crops, having land, making buildings so we could tend to those crops, we started domesticating animals and all this stuff. We figured it all out some kind of way, right? So we finally stopped roaming. So we were actually hunter-gatherers. Like we just run around just picking stuff off the ground and eating it for 40 to 400,000 years. Just, I got a spike in animal. You used to catch your women the old school way, like Me Too style. You used to see a woman 400,000 years ago, just, come here, girl, you coming home with me. It used to be legal back then, but you know, we've matured since caveman times and stopped living in Europe. Okay, I don't know if I can get canceled for that. Anyway, let's continue. So, after we finally settled down, had farming, people started building relationships, building families, And then we lost the need to live essentially like you see all mammals in the wild live. They live in a poly type of scenario. The lions have multiple women. The hyena women have multiple dudes. It's whatever. All nature's like that. You try to be fruitful and multiply in nature. All mammals that are warm-blooded like us, because we are mammals, we are the greatest hairless ape on the planet, if you didn't know that. We're the best one. We just kick butt, guys. But all of them, poly, very few animals actually mate for life. And the animals that do mate for life, if their mate ever passes on or dies, they go find a new mate. They're like, all right, man. Well, Steve ain't come back, so hey, Rob, get over here, Rob. You need to make a baby. So, yeah, that's how it works. Point is, be fruitful and multiply. I'm alive, I need to eat, and I need to build and make babies. That is what every mammal is here for, right? So God cursed all animals with this, but since we are the greatest of that animal world, we have built these buildings, made these phones, sent spaceships to the sky. And we see everything a little different, like, hey, maybe slapping the old ding-ding all around isn't so efficient. If you've ever been to Memphis, Tennessee, let's just leave it at that. So they came up with the religion, monotheistic, we all be together. But I'm like, wait a minute, whoa. I don't know if you guys know, God made us, if he is who he says he is, hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago. So how did everybody just figure out we're supposed to just be with one person? The reason he did it and the why is, there would be no people if we only had intercourse with one person back then. People only lived till 27, 30 something years old. People were considered old age in their 40s like me. I'm 47. They were considered elderly by now. Like I was considered like a legend if I was 40,000 years ago walking around at 47 like this. They'd be like, oh my God, this dude is a god. You know what I mean? Real talk, it was like dog years back then. So people died fast. And whatnot. So if you took the time to build a relationship, date somebody, work with one person, and then a couple of saber-toothed lions come hopping over and dive on your butt and kill the whole tribe, well, the fact that you only had 1 or 2 kids, the human race would have never survived. So to make the human race survive, God, the universe, Gaia, whoever it may have been, put something inside of us that no matter what happens, day, noon, or night, rich or poor, and you've seen how much my poor people do, there's going to be some of this going on and some babies coming out. We're going to reproduce. And that is the why the human race needs to survive. And that's part 1. Part 2 is, how did God or Gaia do this? Captain Crazy Carl. Let's find out. Honey, we need to talk. Yeah, you know, I think we need to talk too. Now, hon, I know we've been together for 27 years. We have sex 3 times a day, 4 times a week, like clockwork. And, you know, love you, babe. You know, love the kids. Love you, little Stevie. Okay, you guys shouldn't be in here. Come on, little Stevie, get out of here. Yeah, I think we damaged the kids. Anyway, love you, right, hon? God, they hope that. God, they're gonna go like 4 times a day. God, I damaged the kids. Anyway, look, little Stevie, put your clothes on. Okay, we're gonna need therapy for Stevie. Anyway, honey, Steve, get your little brother Robert. Okay, good. Take him upstairs. Play some video games. Curse at some black guys on the internet. Good. All right, hon. We've been together for long. We've raised our kids. They're getting grown now. And I can tell you, the last 39 times we had sex, I didn't feel a thing. I don't think I love you anymore. Oh my God. Well, hon, I gotta be honest. Since the day before we got married 20 years ago, I haven't felt anything since. It's been just work. I think we need a divorce. I don't think I've ever loved you. So that's kind of sad. And I'm gonna teach you guys what part 2 is, what this is all about. And this is the how to the why did God make men and other people cheat. You may have heard some of what I described in another horribly performed skit by me. And what that was a couple breaking up because they've been having sex, they've been together, they're making kids, you're making love all the time, you're having weekends full of sex, you're doing your thing, right? But for some reason, the feeling isn't the same when you do it anymore. It just doesn't feel the same like it used to, not like you remembered. Same thing for her. And then they look at each other and they think, oh my God, I must not love them anymore. That's why I don't like how the sex feels anymore. You know how many people break up because of that? No joke, right? Well, here is the nasty, nasty how to how God makes men and women cheat and go out to procreate with others. There is this thing, it is called sensory adaptation. Ooh, what is sensory adaptation, Carl? Those are big words. Yes, I got an 1100 on my SATs. Anyway, sensory adaptation is just like when you have a sort of water torture. They change what it is so you can keep feeling it. Sensory adaptation is when something is touching you long enough that if I kept my hand on my wrist like this for an hour and a half, eventually I wouldn't feel it. If someone else kept something pushed up against you, like at first it felt like it was pushing up against you, but it left it there for 3 hours, eventually you wouldn't feel it pushing into your arm. This is called sensory adaptation. This is why when you eat the same food all the time, you notice you get sick of it? It can be your favorite food in the world. Why would you want to eat pork ribs every day till the day you die? Why would you want to eat oodles and noodles every day? You want to know why? Because by the 400 millionth pack, you're like, this doesn't even taste. Sensory adaptation. And this is something that God, Gaia, the universe has done to us to make us never stop moving forward and never stop changing. And one of those nasty curses is sexual sensory adaptation. It's not that you don't love the person anymore. You've had sex with them so many times and you figured out how to pleasure each other so many ways that it is routine. You know they're going to flip you over. Go there. Okay, he's going to turn me over. Now we're going to hit it from the back. And he's going to do this. Then he's going to eat it. And then I'm going to 3,000. And then we're going to go over here. Then we're going to do this. Then we're going to hang from the chandelier. And then we're going to do this. And then I'm going to do this little quick turkey thing. Then I'm going to swing from the pole. Then I'm going to jump off the roof onto his lap. And then we're going to make our children this way. We do this every time. Like you've covered every angle except stuff that basically makes you feel like it's against God or like your Bible or something, right? But you do everything you can with somebody. But years go by, you're doing it multiple times. Well, eventually, your body, God's fault. He makes your body get used to all of that. So when somebody's doing something to you that used to drive you wild, you've had it so much, your body is just like, oh yeah, another super head blowjob. Yeah, use the 2 hands. Whatever. Yeah, just spit on it. Whatever. It sucks. I don't even feel anything. Oh yeah, another I got one of those whirling ding-dings like in the Japanimation movies. You ever see that? They got one of those things that just, but after like 3 years of that, the girl's like, nope, don't feel the thing. And everybody else is looking like, there's a Honda in the back of your motor like Jane Fonda. That anaconda don't want none unless it got buns on. What the heck are you talking about? But she's, I don't feel it. I need something new. Sensory adaptation. So that is how God has forced us to cheat, forced us to be unsatisfied, forced us to not be happy, forced us to not gorge on the same thing. It's a blessing and a curse. And that is the how God makes men cheat. And, women and other people too. It's not that you don't love them anymore. You're just not used to touching them. And my next one is what you're going to do to deal with this curse that the good Lord and Gaia has put on us. Or the spaghetti monster. I think the spaghetti monster is responsible also. Capu Crazy Carl, we're out of here. Stop. stop. What do you mean stop? I mean, we've already had sex. Why are you saying stop? Look, I gotta tell you something. I really like you. I really think me and you can have something. Because of that, I don't want to have sex 2 times in a row on days back to back. What you talking about? Oh my God, hey, you ain't got nothing to do with that. You cheating, ain't you? Who else you dating? Who else you having sex with? Who else you doing it nasty? The mumbo jumbo, the horizontal mambo, the lingo bingo, the nasty wasty, the lickety spickety with. Who else? I mean, well, myself, but I don't think that's any of your business. I get a lot of stress, and my arms need to work out. But anyway, the point is, I really like you. I think we can have something together, and there's a reason why. And I'm gonna tell you what me and you need to do to make this last forever. What? Whatever, boy. You know what? I'm calling my little side thing right now. I knew you wasn't nothing. Whatever, bye. All right, so another terrible skit by me to explain this last part of the why, the how, and the what. God makes men cheat. Why, how, and what going on. So this last part number 3 of episode 13, why does God make men cheat? The why, the how, and the what. This last one is the what. Okay, okay. Ooh, lightheaded. Anyway, in this part 3, you may have noticed in my terribly performed skit, I was explaining a weird what to my mate as I stopped us from our passionate embrace. Yeah. Anyway, I stopped our embrace, and I'm gonna tell you why. And that's just me telling you what to do to fight the curse that God gave you of sensory adaptation so you can maintain and keep a solid long-term relationship and keep your sexual flame of fire for an eternity. When you first get with somebody you really like, I know you start doing this and you get together and you see each other and you like doing it all the time. You do it 3-4 times a day and you're doing it till you're tired, your back is hurting, you're like, just give me 5 minutes. Let me stretch. Hold up, let me get some orange juice. That's us, right? All of us. From 19 to 97 people die. The great Kevin Samuels had a great night of going, whoa, before he left us. These things will wear you out. Thing is, right? I've had like these things called girlfriends, several. I hate them. I don't hate them. Actually, they're all still my friends. We're just not together anymore. But I kind of hate them. Anyway. I noticed when I first got with them, same thing. We're clawing each other down like spider monkeys in the jungle, fighting over an apple. If you get what I'm saying. The honeymoon phase. We're just clawing each other, just loving each other to death, figuring out every orifice we can figure out, right? But then a year goes by, 2 years goes by. Now things start to seem a little different. You start to kind of unintentionally take little breaks, but you don't know why. It's because you're probably not really excited to do it, even though when you first got together, you were painting the walls with your inside fluids, right? Now it's like, same person, same thing. What's going on? Do I not love them anymore? And what it is you've used up your sensory adaptation, as I mentioned to you in the how God makes you a cheater scenario, that's sensory adaptation. So this is what you do. When you first get with somebody, you really like them, maybe you finally had physical interactions with them at least once, maybe twice. Sometime in between your next interaction, Now, don't be like a jerk like me and stop them mid like slobber. You're like, like stop. They're like, okay, dude, you're a psycho, right? You're cheating. But you tell them in between your first 1 or 2 encounters, you say, hey, I want to talk to you. And tell them what I just told you. Hey, past relationships, we did it all the time. Eventually, it just seemed dry. I thought we was out of love, but it just really felt like, because the intercourse wasn't good. And I realized now that it was just sensory adaptation. I was used to having so much contact with this person in the bed that everything we did just wasn't, my body got used to it. God cursed us with this thing. Our body, we're so smart. We remember everything. This human body is a universe. The universe remembers everything. You think that hole in between your legs is called a black hole by some people in Jamaica for a reason? Shut your black hole. But don't get me started. Anyway, because the universe is in there. It records everything. So anyway, this is why sensory adaptation ruins relationships between adults and long term. What you got to do is, guys, you can only have sex like twice a month. I've learned a thing, and I'm going to teach you a new rule I learned about women. You have 2 weeks before any woman is ready to leave you and cheat with another man. And hey, my LGBTQ fam, I'm sure it's the same thing. You got 2 weeks. You don't touch me for 2 weeks, I won't go find something. That's just how it works. Men, women, LGBTQ, whatever you are, bis, trans, whatever it is, I don't care if you're an alien. 2 weeks is all you got before somebody about to fall out of love. Like, hold up. You ain't rubbed on it in like 2 weeks. Somehow, I want to go to talk to Work Crush Wesley. Hey, Work Crush Wesley, you trying to get lunch? Yes, he is. Okay, right? Now the relationship is destroyed. So I would suggest 2 or 3 times a month for your contact. And if you discuss it with them, they won't think that something's wrong. They'll just know, hey, we're keeping that sensory adaptation up. We're keeping our ingenuity at a reasonable pace. See, when you're having all that intercourse, you're inventing new things to try to do different things. You run through the whole playbook. It's like a coach. You only got so many plays in the playbook, baby. Without breaking your moral dignity, you got only so many plays in the playbook, baby. So if you get it all in early with your relationship in the bed, you use all the plays, it gets boring. Eventually they learn all your plays. They're picking you off like it's a John Madden football game 7 times. Yeah, when your girl's acting like it's not feeling good, you got intercepted. Oh, that's a fumble of the vagina. You fumbled the male penile instrument. I'm serious. Because they know your plays. They got tape on you, baby. Yeah, you get tape on each other. So remember this. If you want to keep relationships going, space out your intercourse. Take breaks from it. Talk about it to each other. And don't use up your body sensitivity to the person that you think you want to be with forever. You're going to be with them forever. What's the rush to have sex 100 times a day? If you want to see. And remember, this is why you've left a lot of people. And that's the close of Cat Poop Crazy Carl, episode number 13. Why God Makes Men Cheat. The how, the why, and the what to do. Save yourselves once you know you want them. Pace yourselves, guys. Slow down on the honeymoon. Don't sex yourself out of a relationship. Also, guys, happy holidays. The New Year's coming up. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you had a good New Year. Hope you had a happy Hanukkah, a happy Kwanzaa. If you're a pagan, I hope you had a happy winter solstice celebration with your trees that were in the house. And we have Easter coming up, so the sun is rising and warmer days are ahead. 2022 was great. 2023 should be even better, and every year should be better. Guys, don't just live. Don't just spend. Chase your dreams, even if you can't make money off of it. Do something that is beyond just the everyday that you can see in the future for yourself, for your children, for your family. Try to make something that's going to be here 1,000 years from now when you're gone. Even if it's not what everybody thinks is cool. You do it anyway. Creation is the real fountain of youth. The true eternal life. Never stop being you. Captain Crazy Carl, man. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe on all media channels, etc., etc. We out. Y'all.